both.
Awesome.
Everything
awesome.
is a plan in motion, right?
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, because that is exciting.
Thank you. It's going to be fun.
That is exciting.
I really want to expand my base of small business owners that I know, and virtual networking is part of that. You know, I think that the ability to meet new people in other places and then bring them to this community here and introduce them to everybody is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. That's awesome.
Hey there, Destiny.
Hey,
good to see you.
You too. I came in with you like doing this, so I think I missed something.
No, I was teaching them hula dance.
Oh, I thought you were dapping or something. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
That's awesome.
So did you just get back from Hawaii?
We actually didn't go. We had an opportunity to possibly get my husband's daughter, and so we decided to stay instead of go, because to me that just felt more important. So we're just going to reschedule.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I was like, all right. Although I was looking at your pictures like, man.
I want to go.
And the amazing video you did when you were eating, I will be honest, I was paying more attention to the food than to what you're saying, so I had to rewind.
Yes. You did make it look super appetizing. Were you eating Indian food?
Yeah, that wasn't even really like a Hawaiian motif. That was Indian food.
You were eating Indian food.
Didn't matter.
In a restaurant.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
It was Hawaiian Indian food. Yes.
Yeah, that looked like sag paneer.
Yeah. It looks delicious.
That would have been tiki masala, because that is my choice. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
Hello there, Abbey. Good to see you.
I almost didn't make it. I would like you to know I canceled on somebody else to be here. I
Yay!
I hadn't been here. I was like, they're going to kick me out. They're going to be like, not going to come back.
You know what you could have done is you could have, instead of canceling, say, you know what, why don't we both just join virtual networking? We'll hang out.
I should have. I totally should have.
Right?
Next time, Dave. Next time.
Would have been perfect. Would have been perfect.
You know me, always thinking.
I know, right? That's awesome.
Well, all right. Well, we are at exactly 2:00. So let's go ahead and get started.
And Katie likes to be punctual.
I do like that. We're actually at 2:01, so I just lied.
Woo!
Keep going, girl. Wow, but I didn't.
Just so you know.
Well,
Actually, 2:01.
As soon as Hollie pops in, let's get our group photo. Oh, wait, we got more people. Yeah, I keep forgetting to get the group photo, so let's remember to do that.
Okay. Give me a structure, and then you mix it all up.
And then remember a photo.
Holy moly. Okay. All right. Well, okay. So while we're waiting, there's Hollie. Hi, Hol.
Hey, Hollie.
Hollie. Hi. Hollie. Hi. Hi. Right. Oh, and Michelle, and
Hello.
you've got one of two of Stephanie's screens happening. We'll get her on here in a second.
There we go.
Stephanie. Okay, well, while we're waiting for Stephanie's beautiful shining face to come on, welcome everybody to the virtual networking via AllPro Web Tools. Super excited that all of you are here. First thing I want to point out is we very actively use the chat feature. So down in the bottom of your screen, please introduce yourself, tell us who you are, maybe a way to connect with you, and that is a feature that we want you to be using throughout the entire process. This is being recorded, which is a super cool feature. That's why virtual networking is awesome in many, many ways, because then we upload it to YouTube, so there's opportunity for other people to go and connect with you. So that's why it's very important for you to be using the chat, introduce yourself, engage, and just give us more information about how to connect with you, so people that go back and view this later can do so as well. And I still don't see Stephanie's face. So guess we will wait until Dave, when you see, we'll get it when she's on. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
okay.
fine.
Okay. That's what's happening.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and let me open the chat here, and we're just going to go down through everybody that has enter their names into the chat, and we'll take a few seconds for you to introduce yourself, tell us what you're about, and be specific in what you are looking for, because we tend to get comfortable with introducing ourselves to one another because a lot of us know each other. But let's take a second so that you can really tell us what you're looking for so we can help to serve you better. And okay, we do see Stephanie. So can we take a screenshot real quick here, Dave?
Let's do it. All right.
Oh, you have a prop, Adam?
All right, just a moment. Everybody's hair fixed?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Three,
I'm good. Go ahead.
2, 1. Got it. All right, guys.
Awesome.
What? I like how you just did one. Most people
Yeah,
count three.
what is that?
Dave just gives you one count. Here you go. One.
You didn't hear me? I said 3, 2, 1. You didn't hear that?
No, we all just heard the one.
We
Oh,
heard one.
wow.
3, 2.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
That's okay. Okay, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and start with Adam. Adam, you want to introduce yourself to the group?
Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. I'm Adam with Employer Essentials. We do payroll, staffing, and HR. My friend Harris here, he represents the monkey on the back of the business owners, feeling stressed and troubled about those things. To specifically let you know what I'm looking for, we're doing a lot right now to target the auto repair industry. We know a lot of those folks don't have good HR policies in place and often keep people employed longer than they would like to because they're concerned that they would be exposed to lawsuits or other things if they terminated them. That comes from not having employee files and not having rules that lead to termination. So if you know an auto repair shop that's struggling with those things, I would love an introduction. Employer Essentials, we work to help you run a business and have a life.
Perfect. Thanks, Adam. Thank you for your specificity. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Harris says thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Harris. Just love that monkey. He just gets me every time. All right, Abby.
Hello. I am Abbey Harrison. I own Assist for the Win. It is a virtual assistant company that specifically helps solopreneurs kind of get their life back by removing tasks that are no longer serving them. And I will do those for you instead. So you can kind of get back to what you need to be doing in your business, which is building it and networking and getting yourself in front of people. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Abby. All right, Miss Michelle.
Yes. How is everybody? I am Michelle Hoglan with Top Hat Creative Marketing. We are an online review management company. So the 4 and 5 stars you see on Google and Yelp, we have a system where we can filter that for our clients. Right now, we are specifically working with folks in the healthcare industry, pain management centers, spine doctors, orthodontists, dentists, plastic surgeons, you name it. That is our specific goal right now. So what we do is we create an amazing online presence for you and make sure that everybody knows how wonderful you are and they want to come see you.
Love that. That just sounds just delightful, right? Just want everybody to know how great you are.
Yes.
Love that. Awesome. Thank you. Miss Destiny.
Hey everybody, I'm Coach Destiny, and I help small business owners and independent professionals step back into their confidence and badassery to run a rockin' successful business by rewriting their BS stories. Monica this morning called me a BS detector, and I told her I was totally going to steal it because that's what I do. So I'm looking for any small business owner that's just stuck. They are going after goals, but it just doesn't seem to happen for them. Or they have really high successes, but really low lows. And I'm like, come and let's talk so we can knock that stuff right out. So Coach Destiny with the Colorado Coaching Company.
BS detector.
Yeah.
I love that. Love that. That's awesome. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So my name's Andrew, and I'm with NationSearch Background Screening, and we provide background screening for HR companies and companies in general to augment their HR policies and their processes. And then as far as referrals go, business insurance works really well because it's on the proactive side of things. So that type of a contact is fantastic.
Great. Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Good to see you.
Likewise.
All right. Jill. Jill. Oh, We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. I can tell that you're saying, can you hear me now? Okay, we will come back to you if you want to tinker with that. Holly?
I think too. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Hollie Clere, the Social Media Advisor. We help businesses stand out from their competition by utilizing social media relationship building strategies. We believe that you shouldn't throw spaghetti at the wall and that you should have intention behind building that relationship, know, like, trust online. I have a unique request this week because I am specifically looking for introductions to folks that host conferences. I just got back from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I did some live streaming, live tweeting, live Facebook, live Instagram for the entire conference, and they got such huge engagement that I'm looking to go on ahead and offer that as a service to other companies that host conferences. So Hollie Clere, the Social Media Advisor, helping you stand out from your competition online.
Love it. So cool.
So I can.
Yay. Hey, Jill, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. As Dave knows, my computer has digital laryngitis, so and it needs to be going for a repair, and I can't do it until July. I am Jill Wisehart, and I'm the managing director for a company called BizBud. We're a peer-to-peer network of small business owners that we match together, and you have someone to talk to on a daily or weekly basis. So if you want to try it out and get your first match, if you could go to bizbud.com/Jill, I will give you your first match for free, but it is growing and it's going to grow significantly more in the next 60 days, which I'll talk to you about later. I am also the Sherpa for my husband. Stop laughing, Dave. And he has a new license for a product called 3% Leads. It is the first exclusive lead generation that is guaranteed to have humans, and that we're working with a variety of different businesses. But if you know anybody in the medical spa, dermatology, or plastic surgery world, I would really like to be introduced to them.
Fabulous. Thank you also for being very specific. That's awesome. Love it. All right, Stephanie.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie O'Brien, a copywriter and novelist. I've published 4 books through Amazon's Kindle, and I help business owners to attract more clients by helping them to figure out what marketing materials they need and what to say in those materials. If they don't have the time or desire to create their own materials, I also do that for them. So if you want to get your marketing done for you so you can serve more clients by focusing on the work you love, please check me out at www.coachclientconnection.com. If you want to see my novels, it's www.stephanieobrienbooks.com. I especially love working with relationship, business, and life coaches who specialize in using their expertise to help other people.
Fabulous. Thanks, Stephanie. All right, Drew.
Hello.
Drew.
Wow, I'm full screen. Okay, hey. I'm Drew Shockley, and today, oh, now you see me? Okay. Today I want to talk about Boost Biz Ed. I am looking for business owners in new markets who are tired of trying to create their own events, create their own. They really want to attract business rather than chase business. So Boost Biz Ed is a model that has been proven in Denver and Westminster. We provide the speakers, awesome speakers on business topics. You gain the leads. So we're looking for new allies in new markets to benefits from the leads we generate through our system. So it's boostbized.com. That's where you can find all the information. Love to talk to you more about it.
That's great. Thank you, Drew. All right. And Connie, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? And I'll formally introduce you in a little bit.
Yeah, great. So I'm Connie Kercher. I serve as the owner of Switchboard Networking Boutique in Westminster, Colorado. We are a brick and mortar space that on the perimeter we have online and Etsy, and home-based businesses have a retail co-space that they can have sellable products or marketing spaces. And then we have a large venue and an executive suite that's rentable for trainings, pop-up boutiques, any way that we can serve some face-to-face engagement through live events is why we rent the space.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I hear somebody's dog. You hear it, you pick it out from anywhere. Awesome. All right. Well, and I am Katie Myers. I am the CEO of CR Conversations, and I am here to keep you from running into the F word, which is failure. I don't want your sales conversations to fail, so I am here to give you proven strategies from sales process to follow-up, customer retention, and customer selling so that you can have success and stay out of the way of failure. And I am specifically looking for people that want to just kind of try on the type of strategy sessions that I offer by coming on to my monthly conversation training. It's just $25. We do it in this similar format via Zoom. And you can either come onto the recording or come onto the training live or purchase the recording. And I'll put that information into the chat as well. So that's me and Dave.
Hello, I am Dave Kramer from AllPro Web Tools. I am 14 days away from relocating to Orlando, Florida. And so my ask is, if you know anybody in business in Florida, not that I'm going to sell something to them. I want to hang out with them. I want to go with them to their Chamber of Commerce or whatever networking they do. I want to know some business owners in that area. So if you have anybody you can refer me to, that would be awesome. And it really can be anywhere in Florida because I plan on traveling the entire state.
We know that to be true because anybody remember the limos that he would take to Experience Pros events just to go from up to Fort Collins down into Littleton? Dave knows how to make a state appearance, right?
You got to do it. You got to get noticed.
Yes, you do. And you know how to do that, my friend. That's awesome. Okay, I think we got everybody. So thank you everybody for your introductions and for being specific. I think most of you have already, but if you haven't yet, make sure that you put that information into the chat so that we can have that for later so people can connect with you at a later date. And now, I'm very excited to announce our speaker. Our speaker is the incredible Connie Kercher. Connie is, as she mentioned, she is the owner of Switchboard Networking Boutique, but she is so much more. Connie is an absolute expert in the industry, in the event space. And I know many of us have used some type of event, whether it's a networking event or a workshop or a training or something of that nature to be able to build our businesses and engage an audience. Connie is the utmost expert in how to do that, the planning around it, the strategy around it, and of course the execution. So Connie is going to share 5 tips with us today about what that looks like. And it's going to be really, really good. So make sure that you're staying engaged, chatting with one another. If ideas pop up, put them in the chat and we'll make sure that we address them.
Yeah,
so perfect. Take it away, Connie.
Perfect. Thanks, Katie. So I intentionally did not put my ask in my introduction, and there will be intentionality why once we go through the 5 best practices. So as Katie spoke to, we all have either attended, been an attendee, or have put on live events or virtual events that we have wanted to grow our business. And that's a very umbrella term of why we're going to do events. So what I love to share is what are the best practices based in research, not based in number of likes, not based in how you felt, not based in, wow, that was just a great event. Well, can you articulate why? No. So that's not what we're going to talk about with the 5 best practices. I really want to stay research bound, and I promise I won't bore you to death with just facts and figures over and over and over. So if you have a pad or paper or an electronic format to take some notes, go ahead and line item 5 bullet points. And on the right-hand side of that, I want you to then take 2 bullet points per each. Then those are going to be your action items or your reflection items that you've gotten from the 5 best practices, okay? And we'll talk about why I set it up that way. So the first is the why and the outcomes. Too many times we're sitting there going, I want my audience member to know more about X, or I want them to pipe into my next event. That's the outcome. What I'm going to challenge you to start strategizing is I want your audience members to be able to articulate the outcome before they even attend. So that means you're front-loading information or you're front-loading with your messaging. Here's the outcomes. Here's the why. And instead of you as the business owner having to articulate that, message that and send that intentionally, please, from the attendee's point of view. So does that make sense? It's different than us just line adding. The benefits would be, you're going to gain, the outcomes will be. Have this be an attendee will leave with, or John that attended last week, here was his 5 reflection items. Once you personalize those outcomes to an attendee's point of view, you're going to be able to set them in a framework to go, that is a fit for me attending, or that isn't. Okay, so that's one of the best practices, is to change the lens of what your outcome is and how you articulate that. Second is something super close to my heart is adult learning theory. And you're like, that is super boring, Connie. I am so excited that you're going to teach us adult learning theory. Yep, I'm excited about it, so here we go. So we as adults, we learn by experiential activities. So stop doing the show up and throw up technique of you are the expert, you are the expert, you are the expert. The panel of experts, they're going to share their expertise. You all are going to sit there and just love on us. If you can start looking at ways of creating either stations or activities or 20-minute opportunities for them to do dyads. What dyad functionality looks like is that I'm conversing with somebody in the event and it's set up intentionally, not this. Turn to the person on your right and do this, and turn to your person on the left and do this. We all go through the motions at every event that we've done. We've been told that, but we have not gained any more knowledge. We're just doing Simon Says. So when you're setting up those experiential dyads or small groups, I want you to think of, what is that outcome? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to build that community so they feel safe to hear the next step of your event? Are you trying to build synergy and some ideas that then will lead in to them understanding how your product or service is going to serve them in the long run? But this whole idea of I'm just going to show up and throw up, have them cross share, because that's engagement, and then go, I just did an awesome event. I'm going to challenge you to go, how can you sequence some activities or experiential events throughout the beginning and the end and the flow of your event to be a little bit more intentional in that way? Third best practice, and this is again going back to adult learning theory. Woohoo! Can I get thumbs up or like, yes, we love adult learning theory? Okay, I've seen 2 thumbs up and they were mine. Awesome. No, I'm just joking. So going back to Maslow hierarchy of needs, we have to be mindful that if their basic needs are not met of food, shelter, safety, feeling warm, feeling like they have a place of belongingness, there is no way we're going to have them engage and understand the higher level of content that you are hoping to share and hoping them to take some action on. So here's a strategy. Before your attendee actually comes to the event, send them a holistic point of view of what they need to be prepared for: mind, body, and soul. Here's a way to brand yourself differently in your engaging events. Then please bring a notepad and we'll have water and tea. Thanks. That's baseline, okay? I'm trying to teach you a strategy to elevate. So what could your strategy look like? And I want you to reflect on this, okay? What could your strategy look like that you're going to meet one of their basic needs through snacks, through the water, through the shelter, through your front loading, so that they can be better prepared? Because what we're finding is, as we're inviting all of these attendees to our awesome events, they're coming. They're physically in the seats. But the mental state that they're in, we did not do a great job stewarding their first 12 hours before we even saw them. So we need to back up our timeline and go, what are we preparing for them and in what format? And then they will show up holistically ready to hear what that event topic outcome is, okay? So that is definitely going back to, we are in mass chaos all the time. And if you are not starting with, here's the basic needs that you need to think about, and here's, I don't have to like plan this, think this, all of that is taken care of, you're going to see more engagement at your event, okay? You have to be prepared for your attendees. Yes, yes. Okay. Fourth best practice, and this is kind of a dumb moment, but I don't think we do this often enough, is the application to the real world. So think about the last time that you have presented content in a format of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes. Research shows that I, as an attendee, need to reflect and articulate what I'm getting from your message every 9 to 20 minutes. So that doesn't mean you stop your event every 9 and then take a break to the 20 minutes. But what you are doing is you're asking some open-ended questions about that 10-minute break and about that 20-minute break to have them go real world. What you are saying right now, Connie, applies to my business in this way, this way, and this way. So I'm going to model that, okay? We're only in a few minutes, in 10 minutes that we get to share these best practices. But one way to do that is set up in your event reflection stations. Set up in your event corners that have dry erase boards or maybe a sticky note or maybe some table tents that they're able to externally reflect on what they're getting from your experience. I will tell you, this is also a great way to get live feedback. So in every workshop or event that I activate, I have a live feedback board in the back of the room. And at any time, attendees are able to go up, write what they are loving about this, write what they would change for the next one. Hey, I just had my aha moment. But it's live feedback and gives them another experiential output. Instead of just brain dump, cognitive overwhelming, she's an expert, but I don't know what to do with that. It gives you an opportunity to reflect and notice how much engagement is happening live versus the full follow-up feedback strategy of something after, okay? So please be mindful of how you can be creative and absolutely brand yourself in that live feedback format. Don't just put up a sticky note and go, put feedback over there. Like, make sure that you're launching that and making sure that it's part of a natural flow in your event, but as a great way to make that real life application happen for your attendees. Because that feedback is sometimes for us, but it's more importantly, what are they holding on to? What are they getting from the experience that you are providing for them and hosting for them, okay? My last piece is giving you the opportunity to beta test an event. What? Are you kidding me, Connie? I thought I just need to sell 10,000 tickets at my next event. Okay, good luck on that. But my suggestion is that you are lining up always 2 live events. But one of them is a true beta test. One of them is with safe people or clients that you've worked with, and you're doing that beta test for one reason, is to get all the jitters in the flow, the timing down, right? But 2 is when you beta test with the live audience, not a dry run through, they're actually going to add value by going, pause, what would I have done differently? And here's what you ask your audience members in the beta test. How are you feeling? And that's it. Not, did you understand this? How are you feeling? Because we forget that we are emotional beings as much as you're giving us cognitive development and information. If I'm not feeling part of this experience, if I'm not feeling like I'm understanding the credibility on stage there, or I'm not feeling like I could cross share in 2 minutes, even though that's the next activity, that is a beautiful way to not bomb your next live event. And I'll step back from the camera there, okay? So please, please, please be mindful of the best practices are not just showing up and throwing up and hoping that you get X amount of people at your attendees. I'm going to challenge you that as a person that lives, thrives, believes in still live events is a hosting experience for each person that you get the opportunity to share your expertise with, is treat it like you're hosting someone. Really, really think through what are you doing from beginning to end to make sure that you are hosting an intentional, engaging experience. So if this is something that has resonated with you and you can take some of these tools, I hope you can. I want you to reflect on those, right? But my ask is for folks that are putting on events already. They already have a quarterly event program as part of their business model, or you have been wanting to engage in some live events and didn't know the roadmap, the structure to make your content come to life at a live event. I would love to connect or be able to connect with those folks to serve them and say, it's skills, it's practice, and then we put it in motion. So super, super excited that I was able to connect virtually. If you're ever in Westminster and need a training space or some best practices up here, swing by. But I'm super excited to hear what everyone else is doing in their live events update later this afternoon. So thanks so much.
Connie, thank you so much. That was just awesome. I mean, those are all two thumbs up, my friend. We would just clap for you, because all of us have to do some type of event, and sometimes these events are even just a couple of people, right? But all of those best practices that you just gave us are very, very applicable. So Connie, would you put in the chat again the ways to contact you and then to update you about the live events?
Happy to. Thank you.
That would be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Well done, Connie. You knocked it out of the park.
Woohoo! Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that.
I especially like to think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So many times I've been at events thinking, please, like, I want to care about what you're saying, but please shut up so I can pee, shut up so I can eat, shut up so I can drink.
Yes, yes. And we're losing them. And we're losing them unintentionally just by not building that into your format.
And I want to care about what they're saying, but that hierarchy is kind of taking over, especially the peeing. Eating and drinking can be put on hold somewhat, but when nature calls, you can only put it on hold for so long.
True. Very true. Yes. Well, and then I saw, I'm going to comment to Hollie's comment in having the live feedback form is such a powerful thing, because then you don't have to worry to wait for the survey or kind of wonder or let them kind of percolate on what their experience was. You're just getting it right then and there. So Hollie, did you have anything you wanted to share to that?
Oh, just from attending and hosting so many events as it is, that is extraordinarily valuable. And you have to make your guests feel like they're guests. They're being hosted. There's too many events where I've shown up and it's a 4 to 5 hour event. There are no beverages, no snacks, and I'm just starving. I'm distracted.
Yes.
The content is too much, and then I'm just lost, and it was a wasted day.
Right.
And they give you such tiny breaks for food that if you already have food ready, maybe, but if everybody's flooding into the restaurant and all ordering, the restaurant is not going to get you your food in time.
Right?
Yep.
Exactly right. Does anybody else have any other feedback for Connie? Just raise your hand. Got it. Stephanie, go ahead.
One problem I've noticed a lot of event leaders have is that when the break is over and they're trying to get people to sit down and shut up, they won't. They keep saying, we need to start now, we need to start now, please sit down. They just won't. They keep talking.
Yeah. May I make a suggestion for that? So when you do an energy break, that's what I call those, right? When you're doing the Maslow hierarchy needs, go be human, come back, let's get engaged again. I literally say we have 2 minutes and I start a timer and I have people placed and seated to make sure that 1 minute to go or 2 minutes to go, depending on that energy break, they're actually my gatherers. So if you could seed 1 or 2 attendees and you not just have to be the please be quiet robot on top, that helps negate that and go, you just have to keep in control of the event. But if you can seed a few timers in there, that would serve you well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So the gatherers, those are attendees or members of your team that you've placed among them, or what?
It could be either or. If it's someone that's coming to your event, maybe a secondary time, and you want them to feel a little bit more engaged, how cool is it to give them a leadership role called, I need you to be my engagement attendee, or engagement attendant for tonight. So every time I'm taking a break or anytime I need the small group to move from one station to one station, I need you monitoring that so I can take the next group. So you're being very directive of what you would need a few of your attendees to help with.
Do you find people tend to listen to these attendees better than they listen to the person on stage?
Because it's not so forceful, and because I'm going, oh, great, Connie said 30 seconds, and I've scripted that for my attendee person, right? And they're going, oh, okay, super. They're able to control that, again, in small groups. You've got to remember, if you feel like you're in a small group community, I'm going to listen. If you're just have the speaker going to the masses to be quiet, that feeling of community is not there.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, again, Connie, thank you so much. That topic was perfect. I think it's relevant. All of us can absolutely use those takeaways. So thank you. And thank you for doing it so soon.
My pleasure.
I'm so glad that we
I asked for yesterday.
That was a lot of information, so we're going to have to watch that recording a few times.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
reflect.
Yes, absolutely.
That's so fun.
All right, Dave, to you.
All right, cool. So we are still bringing on more speakers, and I'd like to get some input on what type of speakers you'd like to hear from. So if you want to throw that into chat, what I have planned for the next few weeks is some bankers to talk about how to get funding for your business, loans, those types of things. We've all heard of the magical SBA loan that's supposed to be so easy and they just rain money down on you.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Let's find out how that actually works. But there's also a lot of other funding options, and really the idea behind funding is that you have a way to pay it back. So if you have a strategy, if you're in a situation in your business where you're going, this is working well, if I just had more X, then I could get more Y, that's probably the time to start thinking about funding. But what are some of the other what's like the next step in your business? What's the next hurdle? What's the next struggle? Does anybody want to share kind of what their next little micro step would be in their business that would take them to the next level? Stephanie.
Time management and mindset, especially around, in my case, I suck at getting to sleep on time. You know, I'm a morning person in that it's usually morning before I go to bed. And this is a habit that's stuck for years. So it's, you know, looking like willpower is not going to be the key to breaking this. So if you know anybody who could offer advice in that area, I'd find it rather valuable.
Okay, awesome.
I have a really great connection to make for you, Stephanie. I have a good friend of mine, client of mine, is a mindset coach, and I just went to one of her workshops, and it was perfect. So I can make the introduction to you.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. I'm not really looking to make additional purchases right now. There are things I have at my disposal that I probably should try but haven't yet. But I figured for a speaker for the group, I'd mention that in case anybody else would find something like that valuable.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, those times when you have stuff at your disposal, you know, you should try it, but you've got so much other stuff on your plate, it just slips through the cracks every time.
Yep, I think we all know what that's like. We all know what that's like. Does anybody else have any other feedback as to what you're looking for, what you want to learn about? Holly, you said you'd like to see an AllPro presentation. What type of AllPro presentation?
Just like a high level of all the different functionality that I can incorporate in my business from AllPro, because I know a lot about the ins and outs of the system, but being able to incorporate that as like a one-stop solution, I think it'd be valuable to like refresh if you've already presented on it.
I'd like to addendum on that. We've kind of already seen a bit of that. I would love to see a little bit more depth on how to use it as a efficient sales tool.
Okay.
Very specifically specifically in that direction.
Awesome.
Love it. Awesome. Anybody else have feedback?
Did Destiny have her hand up? Oh, okay. Thought I saw something there. All right. I have my notes on the other screen here. That's what I.
Okay. You, what? Huh? Okay.
Yeah, so that's really the goal, is we want to be able to bring value to the group, and by accessing these external speakers and bringing them in, even if they're in another state, you know, we can access people. Are there any YouTube channels that you're following of an expert in business?
I want Marie Forleo.
I'm working on that one. That one's going to take a little while.
Bring her.
Second that. She's
Introduce her to
awesome.
me first. Introduce her to me first.
Okay.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
There you
Keep them
go.
coming. Go ahead, Holly.
Anthony Pritchard.
Okay.
He's a YouTube live video guy.
Okay.
He's making some videos for me, actually.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Any other sources that you're following? Any writers that you like? Any blogs that you're reading? Small business blogs? Anybody you'd like to get to see in person and ask questions to? So just things to think about. You know, you can always throw it in the Facebook group during the week, but we want to access these people for you and bring them to you. Can I ask one more question? What was the most memorable speaker that we had? Who pops into your mind?
The sales wizard.
The sales wizard, yeah. All right, awesome. So maybe I can get some more salespeople too. Because that's what it's all about, right? Growing the business starts with sales.
Yes.
Yep.
Amen, brother.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so Hugh and Connie were some of the main standouts for me. And anyone who can give really specific, actionable advice is a good candidate.
Yeah.
I don't like general principles. Give me specifics that I could actually act upon and put in my calendar.
Like wake up in the morning and think happy thoughts, and then your business is going to go well.
And then just blow and blossom, and everything's sunshine and rainbows. Yeah.
Happy thoughts for giving the middle finger to that advice.
Nice, Adam. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Well, we will start to wrap things up. We've got just quick couple minutes left here, but I want to thank everybody for jumping on here. Just a quick reminder that this is open to anyone, and because we're virtual, we can be across state lines, we can be international. A tip coming from, because it's what I do, inviting people to this virtual networking is a killer part of your follow-up strategy. So if you're trying to stay in front of a prospect or trying to kind of woo somebody into building a relationship with you, invite them to this, because it doesn't matter where they are. It's a really great way to build a relationship. So I can tell you from using it for myself, it's a really great way to build relationships with people. So start inviting those people to join you on here, and let them know that you can make introductions for them. It's a great tool to use. So last couple of minutes, does anybody have any announcements around events or anything that you'd like to share with us? Just raise your hand if you've got something. Coach Destiny.
I am doing a 30-day confidence challenge. So if you know of any business owners or independent professionals that could use a little confidence boost, it's going to be 30 days worth of content, and basically it's less than $1 a day. So I'll put the information and the link in the chat, and it begins June 1st.
Fantastic. Love it. Anybody else have events? Drew, yeah, you want to talk about Boost?
Yeah, I always have a couple events. The next two for Boost Biz Ed, let's see, in 2 weeks on June 7th, 3 Big Branding Mistakes Destroying Your Profits by Emily Downs. That's Denver. The next Westminster one is on June 14th. This is from the renowned speaker and author Peter Kent. He's written many books over the last 20 years on the internet, including SEO for Dummies, but he'll be our speaker in Westminster on June 14th. Online Marketing Strategy Made Simple is his topic. So you can catch info on these, boostbized.com.
Fantastic. Who else? Anybody else have anything?
Connie's got to have something going on at her place.
Right.
I know. I was going to mention that I do have one more opportunity to engage locally. It is a live event, shocking, in Westminster, but it is engaging events. And how do you create one-of-a-kind engaging events workshop? And it's 2 hours. It is on June 12th. It runs from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And so just send me a private message if you want some details on what that obviously content would look like, to decide then if that is a good fit for you from an attendee point of view.
Fantastic.
And also, we should remind everyone, if there's somebody here that you haven't met yet, go ahead and chat with them and see if you can set up a one-to-one. And remember, you don't have to go to a coffee shop. You can do it right here on virtual networking. So if there's somebody here that you haven't met yet, highly encourage you to do that.
You know, I noticed that you guys were asking where I was running around to. This is the waiting area for interrogation. So
makes sense.
They'll be back
let
soon
you Zoom chat before you're ready to be interrogated.
Anywhere, anytime.
Anywhere, anytime. The Adventures of Adam, I tell you.
That's right. I have a plan. I'll be out by next week.
Great. Let us know if we need to take care of her.
The man can't keep me down.
You're so funny. So funny. Well, thank you, everybody. This has been a really great virtual connect. Like Dave said, please continue to connect with one another. We're going to keep this room open for about another 15 minutes. So if you want to hang back and continue to chat, please feel free to do so. But otherwise, we will see you next week. And same time, 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And we would love to see the new shining faces that you bring along.
Well, I better go get my work done and, meet with my underworld connections to get Adam out of the slammer.
Good, Stephanie.
See you next week.
See ya.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hey, Holly, you got the message in the chat that I have a referral for you?
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, and Andrew, I need your email address as well.
I'll be doing an email introduction. Tony Hardesty, Katie, you know Tony from BNI. He was talking to me about trying to figure out how to do some promotion for his company while you were at Blog Pause. So
Yay!
I was like, well, I know somebody who likes to do social media for pets. So
Yeah. I do love my pets. That's for sure. Okay, so y'all, if you're open to it, I have a really crazy picture if you want to see it.
Yes.
So
Animal
Katie
related.
knows.
Okay.
It is an animal related picture, and it is a sample of what I got to see all week. So some of these pet owners are really amazing, amazingly in love with their pets. And so we saw a lot of strollers. We saw a lot of formal dresses. And here's a sample. Don't know if you can tell in the glare, but there's a kitty with a hat
my God, that
and
hat.
a dress.
Oh my
And
goodness.
she is in a stroller. Mm-hmm.
do you notice how
So-
angry she looks?
And they're like actual pet strollers, right?
All-
The
like have
owner
those.
says,
All animals
owner
in
goes,
clothes look angry.
no, the owner goes, I know she looks mad, but she is not.
Because she knows.
Because someday
that's
when
right.
you die,
She
your
thinks.
cut will be eating your eyeballs and going, I got mine.
They're just constantly plotting how to murder you.
Every
for,
time you put a
30
dog in
minutes.
clothes, you
Yeah.
take their spirit and crush it just a little bit.
Unless they are cold and they need
If
the
they're a
sweater.
furless dog, it's because they need clothes. If they have fur, it's because God saw fit to have them born with the clothes necessary.
With permanent clothing? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
They're born
Right.
with the
You don't see Chewbacca wearing shorts.
Oh my goodness.
So
I cannot argue.
I did love it though. They are really passionate, and the knowledge there was awesome. So Connie, it might actually be really worthwhile to submit a speaking opportunity to Blog Pause, talking specifically about this type of thing, because there's bloggers and social media people exclusively at that event. And they accept applications once a year, I think fourth quarter. So you might want to put it on your calendar, but it's Blog Pause, like puppy paw. And so these bloggers are trying to get in front of people, trying to host events, trying to get their message out all over the place.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
I just feel
I
like
appreciate
you've
that.
got a really great way of communicating.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
It's delightful, Holly.
Perfect. Well, I got to run, guys. Have a great, safe holiday weekend. If you're in Denver, come over to my house and have a drink on Sunday. It's on Facebook.
Yes,
Awesome. See you later, Adam.
Thanks, guys. Have a
Take
great
care.
weekend.
Bye.
Holly, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What kind of camera are you using? Because you've got such an awesome, like the resolution on your camera, it just looks so nice.
Your
Thank
face
you.
looks really good.
So-
Nice and glowy.
There you go. So, okay, so I'll show you. I'll show you some of my tricks here. Okay, so bear with the wiggly camera. So I have lights.
Oh, she's got a whole setup.
I do, and then I have I do have my headset, but I have this crazy Yeti microphone. I'll try to show you that.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, I figured you were using a studio mic.
Yes, and then the thing is, it's actually a Logitech,
Okay.
and it was Micro Center was my friend. It was $30. Logitech HD.
$30 for that quality?
$30.
That's awesome.
You're a hustler.
Yeah.
Good job.
I shop. I'm frugal, and so I look at Amazon, I look at Micro Center, I price them out, and sometimes they do. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you might find a price match opportunity there.
All right.
Nudge, nudge.
I like that.
I like that. Wink at the end. Cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Cool, y'all.
Fantastic.
All right.
All right.
I have to go make an exciting life insurance application call. So,
So much fun. Have
yeah,
so much fun.
so I get to answer all sorts of fun questions. So,
Abby,
practicing the due to you. Yes.
I love your CRC purple shirt, by the way.
Yeah, what is this?
I was gonna say
I'm
like
like-
you and I are like twin
I don't know if it's on your view, but I'm on top and you're like right below me, and it looks like my shirt.
I'm
just
right next to you.
continues on
So it's so funny because like in real life it's like hot pink. Like it's not
Really?
purple, but it is like I was looking at we're right next to each other on my screen. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, we are like
I'm like, it's
like,
really funny how my
in our
screen's
pink
set up
lips.
because
I'm
it
like, we're
looks
like little twins today.
my shirt is just pouring onto your shirt.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I love your purple.
Thank you.
So awesome. I'll see you guys next week.
Good to
Yay.
see you, Abby.
Bye. Bye. Thank you all so much.
Bye, Connie.
See you, Connie.
Bye. Thank